Welcome back to the Academy of Nerds. It's Friday, my name is Saul, and I wanted to push back a good 11 years in the past to something that we can all relate to when Harry Potter first came out, that we were all still very innocent in understanding how these stories were going to play out. We all thought that it was just a very innocent story about a boy going to a school about magic, that there was nothing really dark in the midst or for the future of what this story would hold up. What I did was that I started to take into consideration that Voldemort had this tendency to seek out these dark, evil objects to fulfill his goals, to fulfill his purpose. One of the main things that I started paying attention to was in the first book, in the Philosopher's Stone, as it is in the UK. The Philosopher's Stone has this mystical aura around it that nobody really knows about. There are a lot of stories and there's a lot of theories, and there are a lot of these arcane texts that discuss what goes into this, that what surrounds this actual object of mystical capabilities. And the fact that Voldemort actually wanted to use this for his own personal goals kind of like sparked a light bulb in my head, and I wanted to like dig a little deeper into understanding why Voldemort would choose something so quote-unquote mystical and not by definition evil, but at least in our minds. And so here I put this little clip kind of giving a little basis about Nicholas Flamel, his seeking out the Philosopher's Stone, and what it actually took for Nicholas Flamel to make this particular object. Nicholas Flamel was a well-known alchemist and only known maker of the Philosopher's Stone, a legendary substance with incredible powers. He was a close friend and partner with former Hogwarts School headmaster Albus Dumbledore. He owed his considerable age to the elixir of life, which he and his wife Perenelle created using the stone. They were aged 667 and 658, respectively, at their time of deaths. Although it is clear that he used the elixir to greatly extend his life, it is not specified whether he used the stone's powers to make himself greatly wealthy, as the stone is also capable of turning any metal into gold. Alchemy is an ancient tradition, the primary objective of which was the creation of the mythical Philosopher's Stone, which was said to be capable of turning base metals into gold or silver, and also act as an elixir of life that would confer youth and immortality upon its user. Alchemy can be viewed as a proto-science or a precursor to modern chemistry, having provided procedures, equipment, and terminology that are still in use. In other texts, it is stated that the Philosopher's Stone allows one to break the law of equivalent exchange. In reality, the price is already paid, as to allow one to do something incredibly difficult, such as bring back the dead. Countless human lives are sacrificed in order to create the stone. Each life or soul is priceless in alchemical terms, so it allows an alchemist to exchange these souls for something else. What they are exchanged for is completely up to the alchemist himself. However, it can range from the completely equal resurrection of another human to the worthless repairing of an inanimate object. The raw material of Philosopher's Stone is a very large amount of human lives, ranging from dozens to approximately over 50 million. At what cost did Flamel endure his long and legendary life? It actually is a much darker object than what we would have thought. And if you look at it, it kind of makes the Philosopher's Stone, or at least book 1, a little bit darker than any of the other books because of what it takes for this one particular object to exist. You have to think a little bit deeper, you have to kind of go digging a little bit more into understanding why this object is so powerful, why this object is guarded by all these different magical entrapments and things in the first book. And you kind of wonder, like, why didn't anybody else want to go after this object if so much effort and so much sacrifice was put into making it? And you can probably see why, because it is a piece of dark magic, an object that really sacrifices a whole lot more than what you would gain from it. So that was my video for Friday. Sean, I will see you on Monday, and everyone else, I'll see you all next week.